Welcome back to Bottom Deck Achievements, a Hearthstone achievement hunting series. We are a little bit more than a week out from the release of the Onyxia's Lair mini set, and I hope you've been having fun with the new cards. Personally, I've been having fun with, though not finding the most success with, the Kazakhstan Ramp Druid that's been going around. I find that I've been losing a lot to aggro, that I've been kind of getting run over here and there, but oof, when that deck pops off, it is a ton of fun. I've personally been enjoying it a lot, and I guess we'll see how the meta shapes out if it settles with Kazakhstan decks still being on top, because there are a couple lists running around. We still got a little time. I don't think anything is too out of line at this moment, and I think it's a good mini set, so I'm enjoying it, and well, I've been enjoying hunting some of the new achievements that have come out, so let's look at those. Real quick though, I want to venture over to the Darkmoon Fair achievement set, because I normally don't highlight older achievements that don't give us experience for the new set, but I popped one that I'm pretty proud of. I finally did the Yogg-Champ. Completely by accident. I wasn't trying to grind for this or anything, but it just sort of happened. I was in duels and my opponent had gone AFK basically. They were not taking their turns and their rope was burning out all the time. So I was kind of giving them a couple more turns because I had time to spare and I had the immovable object equipped. So I was kind of hoping they might come back and play something, or at the very least, I could get more of my Brasswing stuff going. But I pulled up an Oh My Yogg, and their Lightning Storm turned into a backfire, and it killed them. So we got there. I think this is one of the rarest achievements still. I know it's one of the most memed on achievements. But I have to assume that the rate of people that have it is still very, very low. So cool that I got that one done. But let's pop into Alterac Valley and go over some of the ones that I have accomplished here. First off, finished up the Iceblood Tower one. Glad to have that one done. That was a bit of a grind. Wasn't the most fun to play that one, but we got there. What kind of a player would I be after complaining about this achievement for so long, not working? What kind of a player would I be if I didn't have at least the first step of it done by the next time I recorded a video here? So I'm making some progress here. It's kind of slow going. I'm mostly doing this in wild on ladder, and games are usually over by the time it's time to play Cariel. But on the rare occasion that I do get to play her, well, it's making progress pretty fast. I think in one game I had 62 damage that I blocked with this thing. Due to all the healing, it was against a big priest. I lost horribly, but got a lot of progress done on the achievement. I did want to wait and maybe look at this one, but in my first game in playing around with this one, well, in my first duels run, kind of building for it, I did get it done. I think I'm going to be posting some screenshots here over the screen as I explain this, but in a duels run, I was pretty much just camping, waiting for, like, playing for the board, trying to clear out stuff, hoping my opponent played a large boy, which they did. I then, this is the second achievement that I have made use of the, what is it, the Kobold something or other that makes the armor scraps that gives a minion +2 health. I then played just one of those on their minion and played the Don't Stand in the Fire and got it done real easy. So as long as you build for it, I don't think that one's too bad, but hey, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get it done. Additionally, we have finished some of the older neutral grinds in the Humongous Owl and Stormpike Marshals. Neither of these cards are super good. Well, Humongous Owl has some applications here and there, but I'm mostly just glad to be done with some of these other grinds. And then, of course, I have been playing the Kazakhstan, and I've completed the first step of this one. I'm kind of close to being done on the second. You kind of find that there's treasures that you just gravitate towards picking, and so some of the less good ones you kind of have to pick every now and again, but it doesn't feel good to do that. But yeah, so let us scroll back up. and we are at 58% with the new stuff. So obviously still a lot of grinds to go, and well, hopefully still a lot of more content to mine here. And as for today's video, we're going to scroll down to Priest, because I have completed none of these grinds. Killing and summoning minions with Deliverance, giving minions attack with Bless, the Xyrella death rattles, and then Mida, or Mida? I'm not exactly sure how this card's name is pronounced, but one of the new achievements is to summon a 4th and then 7th generation. We're going to go with Mida. Mida. I'll settle on something. So I think, why not build a deck that can at least, you know, make progress on all 4 of these? So I have it mostly built, and let's head over to that to look at it. Here is 29 of the 30 cards of a Priest deck that I've built to get all the achievements, which I've titled All the Achievements. We are missing one card, so I did want to just real quick. Let's do it. I gotta get this achievement anyway, right?
Those we love are never truly lost.
Might as well. Okay, so with that, we now have a complete deck. So like I said, I've built this for the 4 Priest achievements that exist in this set. We have Xyrella the Devout to replay death rattles that have popped off this game. We of course have Mida, Pure Light, which we'll need to summon over and over again. I think in my review, I compared it to Greybow, or Greybow. I've been calling it Greybow. I think it's technically Greybow. But I compared it to this because it has similar stats and recurs just in a different way. I think I called it Delay Bow, so hashtag Delay Bow. Make it happen. So there's those two, and then we got, let's see, what else is there? There's Deliverance, which is pretty much just in here for the achievement hunting. It's not going to be run in any kind of optimized version of this list, but might as well. And then Bless. Probably also won't be run in a super refined list, but hey, we're achievement hunting here. So I kind of took a shell of, based it around Vandar Stormpike, which I have not yet played the diamond version of. So excited to check that out. And I loaded it up with pretty much just big death rattles. Claw Machine, Mida, Lightshower Elemental, Humongous Owl, Morg, Forge Fiend, and I guess that's it. We put in Mutanus because Mutanus is, you know, a good control card and is pretty useful these days with all the Kazakhstans and Onyxias running around. As well as Malygos the Spellweaver. If we can manage to get a bunch of the shards into our deck from Mida by either popping off the Death Rattle a couple more times with Xyrella, or we do have Gift of Luminance in the deck that we put in here to summon a copy of a minion, so we can hopefully get a couple Midas going at once and just pop that Death Rattle more and more. So hopefully at some point towards the end of the game, we can just rip Malygos and just draw a bunch of those out of our deck to recur those quicker. Other than that, it's pretty much just a bunch of kind of control tools. We got Holy Smite, my one copy of Condemn that I have, Shadow or Death just for when we don't Mutanus the Onyxias or Kazakhstans, as well as just, you know, some other general stuff. So I have no idea how this is going to work. It's probably going to be terrible, but how often do we get to build a single deck to chase 4 different achievements? So I think the one we're going to try to focus on tonight is the Mida one. See how many times we can recur this thing. So there's nothing else to say except let's hop into a game.
Rest easy, child. You are safe now.
And it's going to get silenced in 3, 2, 1.
We will feed
Oh,
on this
okay.
world. We will feed on this world.
Okay. Well, they're not silencing it, which is acceptable. Interesting. Well,
Not.
tell you what. Oh wait, but then it won't die this turn. I guess I could Holy Smite it. Yeah. Let's make some copies. Some insurance copies.
You are safe. You are not.
Okay. So, ooh, this is a golden version. I haven't even seen that. Oh, that looks so good in golden.
My greatest creation, the treasure hoard.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so at least Kazaka-san will die. Everything else probably will.
You win.
Oh, it wasn't active. Well, looky here. We have Vandar in our opening hand, and we're gonna have the coin. Good start. Oh. That's interesting. I found Mita a little too quickly there. Got what I asked for. Well, this is favorable for us, though. The dream of Mutanusing their Rokara is actually alive. Oh, look. Another target for Deliverance.
Rest easy, child. You are safe.
Well, if they're gonna have just an empty hand this whole time, yeah, that's gonna be an easy, potentially. They'll probably, whenever they get to Rokara, they'll probably, just drop her that turn with whatever they play. Oh, good, they're killing my guy. Oof. Probably should have waited on that. After they played their pirate, they probably should have waited to see where those shots were gonna go, because they didn't need to take that 4 damage. Ah, do I just let them play it so they don't forfeit? I have a game-winning play right here. I have to do it to them. I can't not. Okay, that's what I was expecting. It's gonna make a frozen copy, isn't it?
Rest easy, child. You are safe now.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Out of the kitchen and into the frying pan. And the cycle of life is
Oh, God.
reborn anew.
It's quiet.
Come, friends. Let's see what you've got.
Another Alexstrasza. Is that their strat? They're just gonna try to Alex me to death?
And the cycle of life is reborn anew.
Okay, I was gonna say, they can't Tenwu again no matter what, right? No, Shadow Step Tenwu.
Choose soon.
Because that costs 2 mana normally, right? They've Shadow Stepped once. Yeah, they can't have it, right?
Give me that. Not what I want.
Okay. Alright, I think I'm good. I think I can just heal. I can kill Alex. I can kill a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm glad I killed that Tenwu. They can scabs and do some nasty stuff, probably. God. Yo, check this play out, actually.
The Stormpike clan bows to no one.
Be gone.
Fear not. Fear not. Fear not.
They probably have some kind of a combo they can do to kill me from full health, but all their Alexes are, I mean, their one Alex is dead. Wondering if that might have been one of their win cons, is to just Alex over and over again. And they just couldn't do it. All right.
Those we love are never truly lost.
There's my Forge Fiend. Well, there's a lot of shards in this deck now. I probably should have waited to when I needed the healing, but I didn't have anything else to do this turn. That is a holy spell. Okay, I was wondering about that.
Rest easy, child.
Wow. Oh, they got an ignite? Oh, that's nasty. Oh, man. Four, 4, 2. Okay.
Guide my hand.
So let's do this. This.
A rampage!
Optimal.
Fear not.
Get a 1/1? Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Not what I want!
My deuces.
Okay, well, we won. This meta quest is hard. Here goes nothing.
Rest easy, child. You are safe now.
And then next turn, I'm Call of the Graving to see if I can find another meta. I have a feeling this one's getting silenced. That's unfortunate.
This battle is yours.
I'm not even going to play the rest of this game out. Oh, of course, they discovered another soul mirror. Makes sense. Have any cheap minions you can play? Maybe.
Reject your wicked ways.
Okay, I've got about a 1 in... I don't know what chance, but Yes! Oh, man. Feels good. I really want to get them to use their silences, though. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to, like, get them to do. Odds are they have 2 of them. They can probably discover another. If I really need to, I could Mita, Bless, Shadow, or Death it. But I'm really hoping I can at least bait it out with this.
How?
But at the very least, I can...
Easy, child. You are safe now.
Be gone!
At the very least, I can do the Death Rattle, right?
Rest easy, child.
So odds are they'll silence here. That gets rid of 1 of them. They'll have a second one, but I can shuffle another fragment into my deck with the Xyrella hero card. If I can kill this...
By the
Okay.
light of the Naaru.
There goes that. Let's see what happens. There's Mita. Oh, there's 2 Mitas. Awesome. This is bait enough.
I go
Right.
short of cards.
This is bait enough. If they have another silence, there's never a better board to do it on than this. Right? Okay, they have
By
it.
the light of the Naaru.
Now it's Xyrella time now.
Those we love are never truly lost.
Alright, so I heal a bunch, I gain a bunch of armor, I shuffle that into my deck.
battle is yours.
Well, we tried. Wow, that was a long game. All right, well, I'm gonna have to call it here for now. I'm probably gonna try again another day with like a deck full of tradable stuff to just try to get Mida done, just Mida. But before we go today, hopefully at least some of those were entertaining. I love playing Control, so some of those games like really touched me to my soul. Legitimately, I had a fun time playing that. Where are we with some of these? 20 out of 30. Yeah. After all that, the highest we got was a 2nd generation Mida. So this is really going to have to require a specified list. So I'm going to see about building that and see what I can do there. Other than that, 21 death rattles out of, I think, 200 total. So 10% of the way there. Bless, that's not a super important part of our deck. We'll get there. This is actually a lot harder than I expected. So, yeah, I've been recording for a long time today, and unfortunately I have to call it now, but hopefully I'm cutting right back to me playing tomorrow or the next day. Well, folks, I got it done. Got it done offline, which is unfortunate because I wanted to share footage of me getting it on camera if I could, but on my lunch break at work the other day, the opportunity presented itself, and given the lack of success I found the other day, I had to take it. I did build a second list that I guess I will show off here in a second after I claim this achievement, but I kind of want to talk about this achievement as a whole because I think it's a bad achievement. I also finished the Hunter Secrets one, so cool. But scrolling back down to Priest, yeah, I have summoned both the 4 and the 7th generation Mida. And yeah, like I said, I think this is a bad achievement. I'll put some footage up of this new deck, and I'll talk about that. But here's the list I built. As I said at the end of recording the other day, I pretty much just built a similar list, just with less of the death rattle stuff and more tradable options, as well as Auctioneer Jaxon, which I would not recommend crafting if you don't have it already, but since I already had it, I just threw it in, and it actually did help, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's pretty much just Mida and a lot of tradable stuff to find it. But yeah, I'm convinced that this is one of the hardest, if not the hardest achievement that I've tried to cover in this series for a couple of reasons. I think first and foremost, the fact that it requires a lot of opponent participation to get it done. Mida does not have rush, does not have taunt, does not have anything that really prioritizes your opponent to kill it. Meaning that most of the time when you recur it from your deck, you have to take a turn to trade with it to pop the Divine Shield, and take another turn to get it to die if, and only if, your opponent has stuff on the board that has 6 or more attack. There's no real ways for you to kill this yourself to recur it into your deck. I think in some of the matches I played with the first list, I played Bless on it and then Shadow Word Death. But that's, you can only do that a couple times per game. And if you have those specific cards in hand when Mida comes back onto the board. So it's really rough. Most of the games where I played this, if I did find a turn where I could just play it, opponents just smacked my face. They didn't really care to trade into Mida. They didn't want their stuff to die. They didn't want to take the time or the effort to actually kill it. So in a perfect world where your opponent has a board full of stuff that you can trade in with Mida, and let's just say every turn that Mida dies, you immediately find it from your deck and resummon it that turn, it'll still take you 14, or I guess you're only summoning it 6 more times after you first play it, but about, on average, to recur it that many times, to recur it 6 times from your deck, that takes about 12 turns to do. 1 turn to pop the Divine Shield, 1 turn to trade into it. And that's just, like I said, in a perfect scenario where your opponent is playing like the perfect curve of stuff, provided they don't ever concede, they don't kill you straight up before then, and nothing terrible happens. And if, like I said, if this all hinges on you getting the perfect draw. The game where I got this done, if I was my opponent, I would have conceded minutes before the game ended. Like, it was a very long game. My opponent, God bless them, they were playing a rogue deck that was pretty much just core cards. Like, they had an empty hand and were just playing their top decked card for the last like 5 or 6 turns of the game. Like, they had just nothing going on, no real chance to win. And I found myself most turns just like if Mita was out and I was just trading, just like passing without spending any mana after trading once, or fishing for Mita again. God bless them that they were running 2 copies of Assassinate, and that they were able to get 2 easy kills on Mita, that they took the time to do that. And once again, that they did not concede. This is an absurdly long quest to get done. I don't think copying the effect multiple times and just summon like a bunch of different like 2nd or 3rd generation ones counts as a cumulative thing. But from the way it's worded, it makes it sound like it has to be the same shard 7 times. So I feel like I got super lucky. This was like a 1 in a million kind of opponent that didn't concede and had like the perfect deck for me to just do whatever I wanted with. And I don't know if I'll ever find that again. I don't know if you'll ever find that if you're going for this achievement. It's absurd, the amount of times that you're supposed to do this in a single turn. Other achievements, like I think Parlay, the Parlay achievement where you have to play like 8 parlays in one game between you and your opponent. So your opponent playing them counts towards the progress as well. But the big difference there being that's like a 1 mana card. It's no real effort for them to play. Like, it's just, if they have 1 mana left over, they just play it and take something from your deck. They're incentivized to play it most of the time because, yeah, you don't want Parlay. You want something that's in your opponent's deck. It might be a hero card. It might be some kind of sweet legendary. With Mita, there's no reason for your opponent to play along, basically. So, and like all the other ones that require you to do something, I think back to the Raptor quest. I forget what the exact name of the card was, but I think it was in the Barrens. It was like a 1/3 Raptor that had Frenzy, shuffle 1 with +2/+1 into your deck or something like that. And you had to get like a 5th generation one of those. But that's easy because you can do it on your own terms. When I did that, I built a deck full of little ping effects, tiny little spells that can target minions. And I got it done without any real problem. Yes, it took me about, an hour of trying to get it done, but it was overall, it was attainable because it was something I could do on my own terms. And I feel like this one is not. Going back to my guessing game, I guess it was the last video I made when the mini set came out. My guess for what the priest achievement would be for this set would be to summon Mita X number of times in total, like 50 and 100 or something. That's a lot more attainable because, yes, you can make multiple ticks of progress on it on a single game, but if you only summon it once or twice, that's what's going to happen most of the time, even in the greediest of control lists where you're just fishing for this thing. My game where I got it, the 7th generation one, I didn't even have a game where I got a 3rd generation one before that. It was just, this was the one game that I had to get anywhere close to this, and I just happened to get there across the finish line. Yeah, I think it's really, really rough. I would much have preferred this achievement to have been just summon it X number of times overall, similar to things like Grey Bow before it, which, yes, the 2nd level of that one was summon it 200 times, I think, or the 3rd one, I guess, because that was a main set card, which was difficult, but like this one, you could, if you only summoned it once and they killed it or silenced it or something, oh well, that's unfortunate, but you still just got, the 1 tick of progress. Eventually over time, you would have games where you summoned it a bunch of times, but, before that card actually got good in, was it the last set, I think, there's some Druid list that was running it. Yeah, the taunt Druid list before they nerfed Scavenger. Before that, Grey Bow wasn't very good, and you could still get games where you got, a decent bit of progress in on it. So yeah, if I was designing the achievements, which I'm not, I would have made it more of a cumulative grind instead of a do it X number of times in one game. Or if I did do it X number of times in one game, I would have decreased the number, because I think getting a 7th generation Meta is torturous. I don't want to have to do it again, but I am going to record a couple games here in a bit for this footage that you're seeing right now, just to, you know, see how that deck plays and see if I can, you know, repeat the fluke at all. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Sorry, I'm just kind of like rambling off on this one, but I genuinely think this is a rough achievement, and would almost recommend not going for it unless you want to like just torture yourself almost. It's really, really rough. It's reminiscent almost, not quite, but a little bit of the Party Up achievement that was all just RNG. Except in this case, the RNG is mostly like finding the right opponent. So I think that's all I really have to say about that one. So let's end this thing. Well, folks, this was a bit of a weird one, but thank you for watching. How are you doing on this achievement? Have you done it? Have you given up? Have you not even started? I'd recommend, if you're trying to get all the achievements, that you at least try to get this one going, because it might take you a while. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and comment below with any achievements you'd like to see covered in a future video. We probably, given the timeline, we probably shouldn't have too many more weeks to get all these done, but I'm going to do my best to highlight the ones that I can. But yeah, so good luck on this one if you're going for it. I'll post both of the deck lists that I've been playing with down in the description below as well. But thanks once again for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Both of those things would help me out a ton, as well as follow me on Twitter and Twitch. I'm at HeyTallman at both places. I'd love to see you there. I'll be playing Elden Ring, except instead of Elden Ring, it'll be, you know, Dark Souls 3 still, because I'm still going through that, and I don't have Elden Ring, and probably won't be getting it for quite a while. But I want to. It looks rad, but you know, it's not in the cards right now. Cards, Hearthstone. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm done here. Good luck on your achievement hunting, and as always, thank you for watching. Have a great day. May the card you need the most, you know, preferably the Meta shard, never be at the bottom of your deck.